I think we back. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I see we got Kasim, Free Cipher, Allah, Black Justice, The Builder's Table. Welcome to the channel. It's still no sound. That I got a little, had a little call. I had to take that call. There. West Coast Wise. You got a little call in there. So West Coast Wise said he can hear me. Can everybody else hear me? All right. Shout out to the Builder's Table, Gold Professor. That's peace. We from Gold Professor. It's on my bike. Out front.
I don't know what it looks like. Where is that?
It's by the handlebar. We from there, Gold Professor. I don't know if we should take this kind of chance. How do we, should have used this? Wait. How do that? Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But look, we got the link there. I suppose for anybody that wants to come on. Okay, so Gold Professor said originally out of St. Louis, been in many places on the West, dwelled with the gods in the late 80s to the early 90s with the gods. My enlightenment was majestic Allah. I mean, there's a couple of majestics. Not sure which one that is. But St. Louis, all right. So, do you know? See, I call everybody different names on here. I can't really. VC Realm. Do you know VC Realm? You know, biggest Knicks fan that side of the Mississippi. He's from St. Louis. But today we building on traitors and traders. What I've observed over time, right, is that the trader, the TRADER, right, is just the trader, the TRAITOR in disguise. And that's why you got to be careful who you're doing trading with. You know, yeah, you could trade in goods and services, right, for gold pieces or green pieces of paper or whatever. But see, we trade in all types of things with all types of people. And so you got to be careful who you doing trading with. Because, look, I mean, a lot of sneaky things, in my opinion, been happening around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, hold on for 1 second. But, yeah, y'all know how it is, man. It's look, we back to regular schedule. But yeah, you gotta be careful who you doing trading with. See what I'm saying? See, even look, that's one of the things, right? Because y'all know we go back and forth. We go back and forth. Y'all like all this internet shit, and I can't stand it. So see, this is another. Sometimes we bring up a point that's in y'all favor. Sometimes we bring up a point that's in my favor. See, I can't be careful who I'm doing trading with. I'm doing trading with all types of people. Like, look, and this was actually positive. You know what I mean? Shout out to that cat. You know what I'm saying? An individual, I think his name was Richard, right? And he was saying that, look, I'm not a 5%er, right? I'm not 5%. I'm not, in the nation. I'm not, affiliated, you know, having internalized that science. However, I've been watching the channel, and he's saying that the things that he's learned here was invaluable. Shout out to him. You see, because nobody's not learning, then I'm just running my mouth. See, for that, you can just go talk on the corner to yourself. But just saying that I didn't have no idea that he was doing the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I've been outside, and people be like, yo, peace God. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the random Jews, right? These are all the people that you're doing trading with. You see what I mean? That you trading your ideas with. You trading your energy with. you're trading your emotions with, right? Hold on. Yeah, that's, you see what happens when people, and then y'all know I'm look, we rusty here, we getting back, you know. But see, what I was saying before I left is, you know, you trading your ideas, you trading your energy, you trading your emotions, right, with these various people, right, and then you find out that some of them is the traitor. See, this is the time. So we dealing with equality. We saying, look, we don't cash our jewels amongst the swine and feed our meat to the dogs, because these is people that you're doing trading with, right? Even when you deal with the science to that degree, it's not just you traded some trinkets for some other trinkets. They traded the ideas. They came and traded the idea of Christianity. There's still no sound. I think I caught it. So see what happens is that you got to watch people. See, like, this is one for you right here. You know, this is a little bit, and this is just what I'm saying, like the type of shit where it's like, yo, so you gotta really. Did you know that they're putting speed cameras on the left hand side of the street now? Whew. So, where was we at? Oh yeah. Has anybody else seen that? That's sneaky to me because, you know, prior to now, it was always on the right side. See, the good thing for me is I got the app, so, you know, I'm coming by and I keep noticing, yo, why the app keep going off? Yeah, we got speed cameras that send tickets. That's what I'm saying. And they putting them on the left hand side of the street. See, before you used to just be able to kind of observe. You could just kind of observe, up to the right, and you can see the speed cameras and the red light cameras. But they put them on the left side now. That's very, very sneaky. But look, I got something right now. Hey, look, where's the Tiger Nut lady? Can anybody get in touch with the Tiger Nut lady right now? Encyclopedia Brown. It's funny because I was just listening to some more of this these alternative histories of where hip hop came from, and I was thinking about you. See, I can see one of the reasons why things have gotten clouded. See, if you go in those areas where hip hop was founded, the people that was there at that time, they not there no more. You know what I'm saying? The people who, like Encyclopedia Brown, when you say, listen, the people who can speak for themselves and say what it was, they not around. So yeah, all of this kind of stuff is, but that's another story. But look, I gotta give y'all a heads up. Something else that's very, very sneaky that's going on. If you read the labels on your food now, right? A lot of food says contains bioengineered ingredients. And to me, what's sneaky about it, right, is that it's not on the ingredient list. Like it should say, okay, bioengineered soybeans, bioengineered sugarcane, right? This sugar comes from bioengineered. It shouldn't be all the way up in the cut, right? And look, in light letters. Now, if they wanted to tell you that it had vitamin C in it, they put it in big, bold, graffiti letters. But see, they got it like this here where, see, somebody, you might agree, you ain't looking at that. You might see that, but the what you got to go through to see that, you ain't trying to go through that. Hey, VC Ron, we had a brother in here, Gold Professor from St. Louis. Well, he said he's originally from St. Louis, so I don't know, he could have moved from St. Louis at a young age, but still been there enough. You said you finally agree with Lord Jamar. What did Lord Jamar? What did Lord Jamar had to say? I don't know. He said hip hop. That's it. I mean, I don't know what his stance is. I don't follow Lord Jamar. But can we get the Tiger Nut lady in here? Because see, what I want right now, I need a list. I want a list of these foods that's bioengineered. I don't know if that just went over everybody else's head, but I want a list, right, of the foods that have been bioengineered and in which ways have they been bioengineered? Shahada, see, I'm gonna tell you something. It's not the science of the 5%. It's the people of the 5%, right? That drive people to want to take shahada. So people. See, because look, and that's something that even I myself, right? Check this out, right? Anybody, if you're in your cell phone, right? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds right now to set up screen record because I want you to record this, right? Yeah, I don't know what that was. What was that, VC Ron? Who did that? Because I didn't do that. The special effects you saying the thing, I have no idea how that happened. But yeah, I'm trying to recreate that. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I mean, I seen him. I mean, I ain't see him like uh, but we was at the event, uh, Lord Jamel's event. He was there. Look, all I can tell you is, and not because of me. I was way on the other side of the room. But he didn't address. He didn't address Minister Freedom in anywhere near that. Minister Freedom, a pretty big kid. Minister Freedom might be taller than me. I can't really, but he's over 6 foot, 200 something pounds. So when you act like you don't see him, when you're when you're 10 feet away and you act like you don't see him, nowhere look, nowhere near that same energy. Nowhere near. But look, I had told y'all to set up the screen recorder. I hope you still recording. But look, when I'm 70 years old, right, I am not going to be around here trying to run shit and fucking shit up for everybody. Like if I get 69, right, and y'all see me still in the pocket, play that. Don't even say nothing. Don't even say. Remember, you just play it on loudspeaker. See, and if you want to have extra effect, right? Just quote the Nas degree. Quote the Nas degree in the 114. Just play that. Quote the Nas degree in the 114. See, one thing we gotta know, man, is how to put everything in perspective. No matter how great whatever it is, it's got to be in perspective. It's like you got some people that get caught up in right now. Things is going so good right now that you start to distort your perspective, right, about the future. And what's the right way to activate, right? To be successful. Yo, who's doing that? Who keeps putting the thumbs up with the bubble? You know? And then look, you got dreamers, right? Who lose perspective on the present. See? And then you got people still, those people that peaked in high school. Hey, look, here's a question for you. This is not a rhetorical question, right? Do you know anybody who peaked in jail? Like that's all the good memories. Anytime, somebody agree. See, when I was in jail, we was in jail. You know what I'm saying? It was like this. Shit was perfect. And we was in jail. See, if we was in jail. This wouldn't happen. Hey, nigga, is you the same nigga you was in jail or not? So jail made you. This is the hidden factor. This is, you got motherfuckers that it's almost like this is the hidden factor. Like if the whole history of the nation would have played out in jail, then it'd be right exact. Hey, bro, if you like it so much, the fuck you doing out here? See, you got to be able to put all this in perspective. Balance. You can't be thinking about the past so much that now you don't know where you headed. Because then, what was the purpose of you knowing the past any fucking way? So see, we got two people, uh, Kasim and Encyclopedia Brown both said that they met people that peaked in jail. Yeah, right. That's the highlight of your life right there. He said, I know someone who's still back in 1993. Yeah. He said, I ain't gonna front. The brotherhood amongst the guys in there is 360 from out here. Nah, it's just the people that you around. Cause see, snake shit is happening there. And there's been people that, none of them never snaked each other. They've been together since junior high school out here. But I have an idea about that too. Is that see, a common enemy, right? Now listen, it's this is gonna be a tough pill to swallow for some people. But uh, a common enemy brings about unity faster than a common cause. See, because here's the thing, Encyclopedia Brown, the same brothers you seen out here, all of them was in jail. The fact of the matter is that those that brotherhood is based on that condition. Because those people come home and it don't be the same. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, look, I was remarking about that just the other day, that my brothers that I got the knowledge with, that, you know what I'm saying, I grew up with, yeah, nothing never really happened between us like that. See, that's kind of the key in there. You know what I'm saying? Is that you don't gotta show and prove everything. And that's look, it's that's even in the 85 world. I remember one time this brother came out, this brother came out the penitentiary, man. Yo, he came out the penitentiary. He was like motherfucking Lee Haney or something. And he's selling all these whip tickets or whatever. And Prince says to him, yo, you know what I'm saying? You got that. Say, yo, let me see you in 3 months. And in 3 months, he was washed up, G. Kind of saying, yeah, you're right. It's all about who you align yourself with. Because look, I seen some good brothers being bad ciphers and be pulled down. I be seeing it all the time right now. Like there's people, even when I say that, there's people that I be thinking about. But you know what? We men, so I can't. God, I be said jail saved my life. To be honest, I mean, I understand that concept. you know, that, sometimes you got to be forced off the path to death, hell, and destruction. You know what I'm saying? And, I know I had like 3 people, right, that I was close with, like cousins, people that I knew or whatever, my physical, my brother, that in the very early 80s, they got 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Between 1978 and about 1983, right? All these brothers went to jail, 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And, when they all came out, they all said that same thing. They all was like, yo, the best thing that happened to me, right, was that I got locked up and I missed the crack habit. You know, that being said, right, you know, there's various life-saving techniques, right? Meaning, what I'm saying is this, right? You could get a paper cut on your finger, right? And then you could put a little peroxide on it, right? Put a little peroxide, a little Band-Aid, right? A little Neosmart, right? And you could do that, or you could cut your whole arm off. Both ways, you took care of the cut. You you took care of the cut in both instances. So just saying what I could say that look, you know, if I could, I don't know if I got cut off there or not. But just saying all, I just say that if I could save my life, right, and not have to go to jail, I would opt for that. You know what I'm saying? And just, uh, okay, as a people, that was something that we struggled through, right? In terms of the building of the prison industrial complex and all the various criminal justice things, right? So then, if it was any positive stuff that we got from there, we were supposed to learn that, right, and still be able to apply that, still be able to deal with those lessons while leaving the worst part of those whatever cipher that is alone. You know what I'm saying? In terms of just learning, uh, something, the the physical outcome of it might not be what you want, but you learn in the process of what you're going through, right? And then that leads to greater understanding. Shakanulu, Shakanulu. I don't know. You know about Hunts Point? Hunts Point. Uh, Hunts Point Avenue. Uh, I'm not exactly sure because it's the area, and it's various. They move around over there, but they used to. Not that I know from uh, patronizing, but you go around, you see various things. So over there at Hunts Point, that's kind of the Figueroa. That's the Figueroa of the peak. It's still strange things going on over there. So, it's still strange things going on over there. Sheila, what's the science? We've been getting a little bit sidetracked. But we where we started at is that, the traitor or the traitor, right? Oftentimes we find out that the traitor was just the traitor in disguise. And how everyone has to be aware, right, of who they doing trading with. Not just in the terms of trinkets and goods and services, right? You know, not just your crypto and your NFTs or whatever but in terms of the ideas and the energy, you know, the emotions and all of this that you trading with people, the traitor is soaking all that up. See, because one thing you'll find is that, see, you got to be wise, man, because see, a lot of times the righteous man don't know his role. See, snake motherfuckers know their role. What's the size, the bar? Oh, I don't know. They could have a hunch point in San Francisco. A lot of areas you got all over, but now this is in the Bronx, New York. You know, look, we have to actually go on the other channel for me to describe to you some of the stuff I see. And look, I'm not even standing around. I'm just driving past. It's getting wild. Yeah, but it's the Figaro of the area up there. Yeah, but Shalad, that's exactly what I'm saying though. The traitors was the same people that was doing trading with the traders. Well, it's one of them. Shakanulu. It's one of them. It's one of the, you got a couple of famous. You got a couple of 42nd and figs out here. Yeah, New York is big. And see, you know, you got to watch that, right? Because it's like, all right, a lot of times when you deal with trading, right? Especially this type of trading right here, we talk about the trader making it into orientation. See, you got to watch the people that's that, that's just telling you this. There's people that you dealing with the leadership. See, because the leadership can get to a position, right, where they don't identify with the people no more. And see, once that happened, now, right, we're going to go from them doing trading, right, for us to them being the traitor only for the benefit of themselves. I got sincere. See, people don't be having no principles about how they relate to each other. Like, look, tell you something that be happening, right? And look, this is a bit of advice, right? Don't come talk to me for nobody. See, because unless you're coming to tell me, right? Hold on, what's going on here? Warlord? Who's that? Okay, hopefully this
As-
matters.
Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.
Why do you teach this rubbish?
I mean, well, I like getting the attention of individuals like yourself.
Allah is one God.
Precisely.
Why do you people call yourself God? Allah is one God.
Because we are that one.
That is plural in America. Plural. There's one God. Allah has no face.
He doesn't,
Show me
because in the Quran
Quran.
he says, "Get out my face."
Show me Quran. Surah. Ayat.
You don't have it,
You're kafir. You're
kafir.
kafir.
Absolutely.
We, the Muslims, on 116, we taking over your school.
Okay, what day of the week you supposed to do that?
We do it every week. We pay you. Eventually, you gone. Return to mosque.
You pay us every week to do what?
You put our stuff back there. You know my brothers.
Oh, who's your brothers?
We're taking over the school.
You taking it over?
Yes.
I'm kicking you out. That's what you you already you already know what time it is. So that's all you got to say there, Warlord.
Yeah, Warlord God along. Yo, what up, man? What up, Darkim? Oh man, son.
But yeah, what did Lord Jamar had to say about hip hop?
Nah, he was just talking about he disagreed with KRS One, and KRS One was saying without Puerto Ricans there's no hip hop. And he was like, "Nah, son, that's crazy. They participated, they ain't created. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?" So that's it.
yeah. Listen, man. Everybody know what really happened. Like to me, this stuff is just funny.
Yeah, all that stuff is mysterious to me. I wasn't there, so sounds like it was very interesting.
I mean, look, it's the way I recall it. It went from Feliz Navidad, 12 months a year, to girl, 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 girl. That's what the Puerto Ricans was doing. Like, it wasn't no. I went to jams in the park. I remember seeing, to say, they invented it. It wouldn't be. I don't get it. But that's a whole other topic.
Yeah. So you building on the 136, or you just taking the traders and the traders? What you doing?
Yeah, see, now this is a little more real life, man. I mean, yeah, it is. At the end of the day, it's come out to 136. But see, understanding that, that's just that circumstance right there, right? Of them coming to Africa and dealing with exactly whatever they dealt with, right? That's just one situation, but the principles of these people exist. It don't necessarily got to be a European coming to another continent, right? For a person to be making an interorientation. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you got a whole uh, segment, the scam guys. You know what I'm saying?
You
There's
like
no
that shit, bro? That's crazy. You really like that.
there's no difference, right?
Right.
In the scam guys, right? And the trader and the wisdom build degree. He is the trader in the wisdom build degree.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, they continue daily. So yeah, that happened 379 years ago. But see, we got to be able to identify. It's like, okay, we know they continue daily, but how are they continuing daily? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like you said, we take it to the 136. They say the devil told them not to eat the wrong foods, and then like I said, you look at the rappers now, the food rappers. I'm saying, and it says that this may contain uh, bioengineered ingredients.
Right.
What is it bioengineered to do? Because it's all different things. When I first heard about GMO, right, and bioengineering food, they was talking about
Corn.
in
We're talking about
tomatoes.
corn and
And
corn.
now this is even before that. They was talking about making tomatoes square so that more of them could fit in the container.
That's the deep shit.
You see what I'm saying? But that's like one thing. So like for instance, the watermelon, right? We had some yellow watermelons, right? There's supposed to be some orange ones that's coming. You know what I'm saying? There's green ones that I seen, all different things, right? So that's what it's modified for the color, right? Or it's modified even the ones that you see, the way anything that you see fruits or vegetables and they a uniform color and a uniform size, there's some level of manipulation there. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's genetic, bioengineered, or whether it's just, kind of natural selection, you harvesting and replanting the best. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things. But uh, now we in this day and time, and so they doing it in different ways. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be aware of that. We got to be aware of, sometimes you gotta look at what was born. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if we only look at uh, from the perspective of ourselves, right? Everybody think they right. But then sometimes you gotta look at how you coming out. Like, see, look, we was even talking about, brothers going to jail. You know, that's, you know, most brothers will tell you that, yeah, that's when I started going to jail. Is when I realized that, it's not that the outcome is just coming out fucked up. It's that I'm doing shit. You see what I'm saying? That it might seem right to me at the time, right? Because I might need things, right? And so doing whatever I'm doing in order to get that, that seems right. But then if you seeing that the outcome is constantly coming out worse, you know what I'm saying? Like, you needed to buy something for your daughter, right? But then now you locked up and you can't buy nothing for 5 years. You see what I'm saying? You gotta look at whether that's born alive or born dead, right? You know what I'm saying? You know a tree by the fruit it bears. See, a lot of these things, we be saying these things. But do we really apply these principles and go by them in any kind of way? See, like how you saying, you got, X amount of principles that we supposed to be brothers, right? But, how many times are you being the traitor when you go to be the traitor? Like, you know how many times, like, let me tell you one of my, listen, this is probably the top of my pet peeves, man. You know, when somebody comes back to me, right, to tell me that, look, they was in a conversation with somebody and this person, you know what I'm saying, whoever they was talking about harming me, whatever, just hostile, right? And you come back to tell me about this conversation that you have with this person, right? So now look, can anybody guess what's the first thing that I say when a person let me know about this conversation? Can anybody guess? Let me give y'all a few minutes to guess. If somebody comes back to tell me, right? Because look, that's actually one of the worst. Listen, somebody came and told me one time, look, man, yeah, I was just in a conversation with some brothers. You know what I'm saying? And they was talking, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, hold on, let me talk to my man, whatever and shit. So, I came up here to holler at you because I ain't want nothing to happen to you. Excuse me? And mind you, this was in a situation where he was already.
Hmm. I don't
So
know, man.
it was one of them things where it's like, yo, this is what we doing. We sending messages. Like, listen, like, bro, but see, he was my brother. But I'm saying, look, everything about it, that's what it was. It was like, yo, why you want to come talk to me now? Like, I didn't, because he didn't tell me when he was coming to talk to me. He just like, yeah, I need to holler at you. Why you talk to me now? But see, the question that I always ask, right? Right? The person said all this shit about me, right? What did you say? Like, what did you say? We in this dialogue, see, because look, I don't think like the average person, right? Right? Would you walk up to the heavyweight champ and say, "Yo, look, I don't like the way your girl looking." So instead of saying whatever, right? You thinking that, hold up, man, maybe I shouldn't say this to this person's face because of the way they go. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think.
So you saying he a traitor for doing that?
I'm saying that that's who you become. I'm saying that the person they may don't intend to do that. You see what I'm saying? But see, look, because it goes deeper, right? Where you come back to tell me what this person said, right? And it's even been times, okay, what that person said, what they think, is not even true. Now, I don't speak to them. I don't got their number. They don't got my number, right? So you came to tell me that they upset about something that's not even true, right? So then when I say, nah, that's not what happened, tell them, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Oh nah, see, I don't want to get in between. I don't want to be in between. Wait, what?
Oh no, so I get what you're
Now you
saying.
don't want to be in between? See, at the end of the day, you leave in a situation and shit where because this how I deal with situations like that, right? If it's two people and they got a problem, right, and I'm gonna be hurt if something happens to either one of them, right? Then I'm gonna say something.
Yeah, it go. Yeah, now I get it because you left that out there. So
You
I
see what
get
I'm
it.
saying? Yeah, but
No,
I'm
no,
just saying
no.
that,
I get it. Once you start saying I don't want
yeah,
to be in
it
the
goes more and more because see, this is what I'm saying, right? If it's a situation like that with me, right? This how the conversation is gonna go, right? It's gonna go, yo, look, Rob, put your helmet on, Shan. We got something to go handle. Like, cause they fucked up when they let me know that they were scheming.
yeah. So
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
That's how that goes. That happened with my brother,
Yes.
the God of my God now Savior from the fort. Shit popped off. He said, "Yo, son, these dudes trying to do this shit, bro." I'm like, "Nah, son, you ain't doing nothing to the God, bro. That's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not." I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's that's it. But I get what you're saying. So I get there's some underlying thing of why you saying this, because you kind of just don't say shit just to say shit. So I'm
No.
out the loop.
Hey, listen.
I'm out,
I
I
got
just want to
you
give
know. Look,
I just want to know about the interorientation and the goddamn traders, man.
there's some things though because look, see, and look, that's why I tell. See, everybody gotta get ready because, like I said, I'm not going to be here 65, 70, all of them ages.
See what I'm saying? Is the reason you saying all this shit.
See, look, you know about the Kronos complex?
Kronos? Nah, what's that?
See, the Kronos complex, right? Kronos was Zeus's pops.
Oh, okay. Oh, you in the Greek mythology. All right, go
Yeah, in
ahead.
the Greek mythology, right? And so Zeus's lineage was that in Mount Olympus you got this one guy supposed to be the most powerful, right? So his lineage was that they was always that most powerful god and shit, right? His grandfather and then his father, right? Kronos, in order to become the number one god, he killed his father, and so
Hmm.
he became concerned that his children was going to do the same thing to him. And so to stop that, his first kids, he buried them like in a mountain or something. And then after a while, he started swallowing all of the kids, right?
What
But
the fuck?
eventually his wife gets tired of him killing all the babies, and she wraps a stone up in baby clothes and she gives it to him. He swallows the stone. And then she raises Zeus up, right? You know, the stone was the angel baby. Zeus is the holy baby, right? She raised him up. So now, when he gets old enough, he did some shit where he gave Kronos some type of shit to upset his stomach. So he ate his babies, right? But because they was gods, they didn't die. So when Zeus gave him the thing, he vomited out the other siblings. And then they went to the mountain and they got the other siblings out. And then they all destroyed Kronos. And so the Kronos complex, right, is when you want to conquer everything that came before you, right? And then you want to set shit up so that you can never be eclipsed by nothing that comes after you. See, you gotta be aware of that. You gotta be aware of that, man. You know, when it's your turn. See, because like I said, is we can say these things, but it says, look, Allah come in His own good time. That means there's a time for you to set it, and there's a time for you to pass it on. That's it. That's a part of what that means. You see what I'm saying? And see, when you scared to pass it on, right? That means you ain't bear witness to your teachings. See, if all the people you taught is fuck ups, then whose fault is that?
Oh man.
If all the people you taught is so fuck ups that you can't pass it off to them, then what the fuck was you doing? See, because it didn't just say you was teaching, it said you was teaching who the Son of Man is, Supreme Being Black Man of Asia, right? So see, that's what it is. That's why people, you know, everybody wants to, you need somebody to talk to me because, see, you're not writing exact. You're not writing exact. You see what I mean? And when you know you're not writing exact, right? And you don't want to, you know, be forced to look wrong, now you want somebody else to talk for you.
Damn, bro.
See, look, there's a difference between a leader and a manager. And don't ever confuse a real good manager for a leader.
They done pissed the God off,
Big
man.
Lord Jamel said, as powerful a God as I am, the one thing I can't do is exist in my son's time. You know? Everybody got their time to make the sun come out and shine.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Go ahead.
Not bad.
Yeah. Anything come to fruition with that, what we was talking about?
Yeah.
Or it died out?
Now, right now, we got, well, they got uh, the Google certifications, right, is already up and running. So um, that actually runs through the Coursera, right? Somehow, however they got the program, right?
Yeah, I know how it is.
Yeah. So they control the Coursera with that, and then for the other ones, we just drew up the PowerPoint for the KC7. So right now we about to start with those. Those is like the 2-day courses, and so right now they just drew up the last module right, is it's a simulation of the Drake and Kendrick beef. You know what I'm saying? So look, somebody's hacked Drake's account, and you gotta get in there and figure out who it is. You know what I mean? So we a little bit excited about that because we know that young people might be a little more into that because of the topic and shit. You know what I'm saying? But but with that one, I'm trying to go a little more. Like with this one, they just kind of signing up everybody who walks in on the street. You know what I'm saying? With that one, I'm trying to tap in a little bit more with some corporate people or some government people and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Where we could get some kids and get some funding for them and everything. You know what I'm saying? The different uh programs like the like I'm sure the probation department probably got kids that what I'm saying they want to get in a program like that. So that's really on deck. Really, it's just right now I want to get a group of at least 5 kids to start with. You know what I'm saying? The first PowerPoint, but that's pretty much still rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's just because the way we drew it up with the what's your name, because with the KC7 everything is just online, right? And the person, you could go in there and figure it out on your own, but the brother Master IC, he developed a whole lesson planning for it.
All right, for sure, yeah, for sure.
But they got some other courses too that went with that. Like they got digital marketing, couple other ones. I'm not familiar with all of those, but all of those
Yeah,
ones
it's
go
it's
through.
the digital marketing. The other one is the cybersecurity.
Right.
The
They
other one
got
is
I think
the US.
artificial intelligence.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of things on there, bro.
Yeah. And then we got the guy comes by on Sunday too and does the HVAC, plumbing and electricity. You know what I mean? And that's going good too because he got a brother a gig already through that. So that's definitely popping.
Nice, nice.
And we got these other people too. Uh, you know, I mean, see, because I do certain things, right? You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like outreach with the community. You see what I'm saying? Like, remember a couple months ago when, they circulated a petition against us. You know what I'm saying? So, I do certain outreach in the community. So then if we had to, we had some people that could sign on our behalf. So, we got some other people around the corner over here, they like on the spectrum, but they came out and helped us with the yard, like a little cleanup and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And so, that's another group right there that we touch base with. So, things is the potential is there. But, you know, you gotta
Yeah,
have
yeah. I see you shaking your head now. Yeah, Paul. Yeah,
you
yeah.
you gotta
Uh huh.
have the proper uh you know potential energy exists, right? But to get that potential energy into kinetic, a lot of times that takes skill and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise it stay trapped in wherever it's at. So that's what happens sometimes, even in terms of, you gotta know how to use the resources, skills, and talents of the people that you got. Sometimes we got to stop being religious. You know, other times we got to stop being romantic. You know, and we got to really, you know, if this is what we saying, this is what we saying, right? That see, because a person is the best knower in this situation over here, that don't mean they're the best knower in that situation. Like, see, when the guy is doing HVAC and plumbing and all of that, don't nobody go in there besides the people who want to learn. Because he's the best knower of that, he leads the way. But not in everything. You know, that was, you know, something that we actually should say is that, look, you got to know how to put your best foot forward. You know, us as a body, as a nation, we got to put our best foot forward.
That's some good shit.
Supreme Justice. What's the deal? What's going on down there in Victory a lot? The guys was just up here from the other side though, from Rich Mine. Uh, and I seen Aku's up here, Gold Mine, Light, Shabi. No one was able to get in touch with the Tiger Nut lady because I want to ask her what's going on with all this bioengineered food. That's a project. Y'all haven't heard the last of that. I, I, I gotta research this one. I gotta see how deep this goes. You know, because I just noticed it one day. Like a lot of things, I'll be up on it before it happens. Like the Chinook salmon. I don't know if y'all know about it. It's a kind of salmon. It's sold under the name Aqua Vantage, I think. It's either Aqua Advantage or Aqua Vantage, right? And they mixed the DNA of a salmon, right, with a different type of fish that grows bigger and faster. And so now the salmon, of course, you know, grows bigger and faster because, see, I knew that was coming out years before it happened. When they was seeking FDA approval, right, to get that into the food supply, I already was hit. But this right here, I wasn't hip at all. I just happened to be reading the package. And see, that's how they look. That's the thing right there, man, about taking things on face value. That's one of the listen. I've seen people get caught like that. Positive and negative.
Bars.
Right? Where you was eating some shit for the longest time, son. And then they slipped a little swan in your cake, son. they slipped, and see, you because you was buying it the whole time and you just was going off of that it wasn't nothing in there wrong before. Right? And I remember one time, right, we go in the store and the guy gets a Hostess cake and shit. So I started going off, man, what the fuck are you doing? Fuck you eating hostage cakes like they, you know. She's like, nah, this don't got swan in it. And we going back and forth, and then he shows me the rapper, and where it used to say Lord, it said beef tallow.
Got him.
See, so you can't take shit on face value. Because look, I might have been somewhere and been starving. You see what I'm saying?
Got him.
And by the same token, you somewhere and you just eating. You see, that's a level of face value. Even though you researched it before. That's why the time is now. See, that's why, like I said, you gotta keep all this stuff in perspective. What you said here? It's gonna be held in Richmond the first weekend of Allah. You got what's that? Whatever was the first, whatever's the message about what the event is didn't come through. Content Kings Productions. The stores have to label it the salmon, born you truth. The restaurant doesn't have to make knowledge born and slip it to you like that. You see what I'm saying? And see, that's a fact. You said, what's the science for beef tallow? I mean, I guess it's beef fat. You know, the same way as lard. You know, you got chitlins and you got tripe. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in my opinion, they was one of the first. Hostess was one of the first to respond to the the health kind of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Of food. You know, like I remember back in the days when finding, you know, soy milk or something that was like a journey. You know, only, you know, a couple of stores in the whole city. You know, now it's more, you know, alternative milk than milk when you go in the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in particular with hostos, right? You know, look, I could be blowing us out of proportion, but I think we had a lot to do with that because, uh, you know, I recall that see because we used to maintain in the stores, like and especially in the wintertime, right? The stores got the video games, so you know we either in the store or we right out in front of the store, and so everybody that goes in the store, if they buy something that's swine, we snapping on them and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you know, depending on who you is, you know, like if you 5% and you come listen, you get in it, that forget about that. That's getting slapped out your hand and stomped on. Like ain't no returning it, ain't no getting your money back. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, we started having an impact, at least in the areas where I was in, you know what I'm saying? You started seeing the Drakes and the Little Debbie rack just building up, getting bigger and bigger. Because that's what we was eating, and that's what people knew was like, okay, yeah, if you get that, you good. And you know, we know from various things, whether it's clothes, you know, women with their makeup and hairstyles, et cetera, you know, what we do here in these inner cities, think my battery's on the way out. But you know what we do here in these inner cities, man. You know what I'm saying? The brothers, you know, this decides the marketing, you know, and promotion, man, of you know everything. Like I said, uh, clothes, cars, music, you know, whatever it is. We give we give big business their cues. Cookies and cakes on
Yeah,
records.
I'm about to jump off. I'm about to jump over here, but I got my hands on that book, bro.
And
The Michael Muhammad Knight.
Michael Muhammad Knight, what he up to?
Nah, the same book I told you about before.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, he's listening, man. He's
bro, I don't know, bro.
I keep
Yo,
telling people, man, I don't know why they want to let these people make a career off of, because this how I see it, right? Is that, you know, you make yourself rich specifically, like I'm putting in the work. How the fuck are you getting the money? That's just like some shit to me. It's just like, bro, we just talking about just regular. Like before we get to all this knowledge, man, hopefully, man, all this stuff with artificial intelligence and the way they stealing people's material, I think that that's one of the impacts it's going to have is that the real people that really do the work that make things right is going to start to get, at least recognition.
yep. I don't know. He got some points in there, bro. He got some points in there. But again, it goes back to the foundation. Every time this conversation will be brought up, or if we call it the show and prove as lessons historically, we not gonna be the ones talked about. It's gonna be Michael Muhammad White, the
Yeah,
blue-eyed devil, as he calls himself.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm just, I'm not. See, and my shit is this, G. Even to this day, right now, if I do something, motherfuckers, yo, what is he doing? Yeah, he doing it. Yo, la, 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 la. Yo, how the fuck do motherfuckers just do? How do he get passes? I don't get like it's not like yo, you know what, Doug? You passed the line where you don't got to know your degrees no more. It ain't like that. But then you got other motherfucker. Oh well, he don't know his degrees, God, but get the fuck out of here. See, look, I told the story on here before. It's like my uncle told me, right? My uncle was in the Navy, and he said that when you in the Navy, right, and you got the ranks and everything, and people supposed to salute each other. And he said that you got some people that a man has been in the Navy in their family in every generation since the war 1812. So, they do their ROTC or whatever, then they got their legacy shit or whatever. So as soon as they come into the Navy, they already an officer. And he said that dudes like that, right, that you might salute them and they might look at you like, the fuck are you doing? Because they don't even think, they not thinking like that. They just got there like you and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he said that's contrasted though with a dude who he started off as a private and he's been in every fucking conflict since Vietnam. He done he done been wounded 2 times in combat and shit. He said when you pass him, you better salute, son. Your shit better be clean. Your shit because this motherfucker had to go through a lot to get to that rank so the shit mean that much more to him and shit. You see what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, man. Like I wasn't born in a nation. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't from over there, bubble the fuck. So, when I came through, I was with this person right here, and that's who I'm with. Nah. So yeah, nah, I don't be seeing. I don't be seeing the merit. I don't see. But look, like I tell everybody, you know, if we a nation, right? So sometimes y'all want to do shit that I don't agree with, right? But to be a nation, we gotta, you know what I mean? So look, if other people decide to let you do that, but don't come to me asking me. Don't come to me asking me, man. You know what I'm saying? What's this shit about? What the fuck else you did in your life? Cause you ain't do this. Go write about your life. See, even that signs you got people that you go and build more with this motherfucker because he writing a book than you build with, people that's getting the knowledge that's trying to sincerely learn from you. And see, stuff like that be the signs, man, where a lot of times, we look and we see and we know what the potential is. But see, remember we was talking about who asked the question why? You gotta ask yourself the question why. Positive and negative. See, don't fuck up. Yo, how was I successful at this right here? You think it's because you had a pretty face? See, you might fuck up. You see, because you don't know why you were successful, just the same way as if you didn't know why you failed. There's a dude. Uh, there's a what's your name? Uh, did you know we got what's your name again? Oh yeah, the sun shines. I remember that. Yeah, we got stalkers today in here again. I don't know who's Seth 22 what that's about. But you said, okay, so in Victory Allah is about to be a Region 4 conference on the first weekend of Allah You Got. Hmm, interesting. I might see if I make it out there. I need to move around with that. I want to come to Philly next week. I got to see how I'm gonna work that out though. Right now, it's not all the way in the cards. But yeah, I've been hearing about the various conferences. So this Region 4 conference, right? Is it a national conference or is it a conference for the people in Region 4? Because I recall two of them. One in Massachusetts and one in Philly. But they didn't call it conferences. I remember them calling it a summit. Yeah, I see if I make it out there. Do the knowledge. But I think my battery is weighing down now too. Anyway, we got any last questions here? You know, I can't even see my battery power. All right, no doubt. Encyclopedia Brown. Well, it'll probably be there anyway. Because that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? He film everything. See me, this whole thing, right? This whole YouTube, all of this is, I'm conflicted. Because, see, for me, you gotta remember that's a part of how we grew up, hearing that saying, "The revolution shall not be televised." Like, there's some things that I do and say, right, that I would prefer don't be on audio and videotape. And I'm saying, look, even going back, right, there was a time when everybody was writing lessons. You talking about plush lessons? Who's writing our own plush lessons? I never really wrote plush lessons. I had shit that I wrote down, right? But I never really circulated like that, like plush lessons. Because my thing was, listen, if you confused about anything I say, right, then I want to be right there for you to ask me. You know, like it's that's a thing. And look, it's in my own mind. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, right? But I'm just telling you, in my world, right? You know, Darkim is an experience. It's not, you can't write it down, bro. Like, I don't even know, because I'm just like a question, right? Anybody who be on the live streams, right? If you on the live streams in real time, is it any different between, like, if you on the live stream in real time and if you look at it after everything has been done? Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Supreme Justice. People start freestyling, man. When you get some stuff. I mean, look, there's no shortage of writings. Justice was the deal. See, justice was, and look, we're gonna leave on this note. We're gonna leave on this note. You know, in terms of 5%, right? And just all this stuff we're saying, who's the traitor, who's the traitor, you know, a lot of these things, you know what I'm saying, where you gotta weigh and judge things, right? See, we 5%. Now, in terms of, all of that, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, we got this knowledge, right? NGE 5%, whatever, right? We got this, not just knowledge, but wisdom and understanding. Well, I told y'all about that battery situation. Yeah, the live is, we had a little technical difficulties right there. Who's this mind shining? They did Young Pharaoh the same way, and when the live came back on, it wasn't Young Pharaoh, it was someone pretending to be him, speaking contrary to his normal message. Wow. Well, look, I think the situation with this was just that my battery died. But let's be aware. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pick up where I left off right here. This thing is over there because it's charging. You know, but what I wanted to say, what I was saying in terms of us having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? Right? And see, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is important. You see, a lot of people got knowledge and wisdom, right? But they can't draw it up. See me, I can't help it. If I'm exposed to some knowledge and wisdom, I immediately draw it up. You see what I'm saying? And one of the things that made me think about that, is that Justice had hit me the other day, and he was talking about the uh, you know, those that was not good at multiplying being married at the age of 16, right? And speaking on how, see, they was followers. So they didn't acknowledge their own equality. They only acknowledged the equality of Yakub, right? Because look, what was his equality with them? What he told them to do, right? They followed every law he made, regardless of what he told them to do. They did it. If not, they paid with their lives. And see, that becomes important because we know that things continue to behave in the nature that they was created. So the colored man still practices the laws, the first laws and the first rules and regulations, including all laws. So if we unaware and we don't knowledge our equality, meaning we don't draw things up. See, you know the difference between us and everybody else? See, if you one of us, you can't read the knowledge degree and then people tell you that God is in the sky, God is that other person over there. God, that's not gonna happen. So always keep that in mind. That regardless to the situation that you're dealing with, right? We was talking. I got sidetracked when I was about to mention that, but it applies right here too. When we was talking about who's the person that asked the question why. Now, see, in the context, most everybody was thinking of, oh, you're asking somebody else the question why. You see, if you knew what I was talking about, I was also talking about he who asks himself why. See, because how many times you ask somebody why you did that? They was doing it. Oh, I didn't know no better. Did you ask yourself, okay, why I came out like this? Why I ended up like this? Why I ended up in this situation? Whether it's positive or negative, right? Whether you asking yourself that so you could replicate the positive or so you could eliminate the negative. Complete said only thinkers. Only people that draw things up. If you like look, when you crush in the street, right? And you see the cars, you drawing up the speed that they going. You drawing up, you know what I'm saying, the distance that you got to travel to get out of the danger zone. Now, if you don't draw that up or you draw that up incorrectly, right, then it's going to be cut and dry. You see, some things, the life and death nature of it is not as obvious. But I mean, I don't think we got to beat that point in the head. You know what I'm saying? Always draw things up, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't don't just be, you know, hearing and listening. You know, don't don't just hear with the ear. See, because remember, even that sound, right? It only makes sense in the brain. The ear is just an instrument that collects the vibration. See, the mouth is just an instrument that release the vibration. You see, if you can't add and multiply, then you could just be dumb, deaf, and blind. You see what that means? You see what that means? But you got any questions before we wind this one down? We get a few minutes here. You know, I don't know. Will we classify? Will we classify today's live as a rant? I don't think I was ranting today. I think this was quite amiable. But I don't know. I mean, to the people out there, will we classify this one as a rant? Hey, look, sometimes you gotta play your lane. doing, Judah? I guess it's just been another one of those instances where, I hate to toot my own horn, but where, when I build, right, my wisdom is so crystal clear that, there's never there's never any questions. There's no more light left to be given. There's no need, once I've dropped the science, there's no need to search for that does not exist. That's how I like to look at it. Once, going twice. So, you know, how we wind it down here. Everybody that made it this far in the live stream, uh, do the each one teach one. Hit the like button there for us. You know, uh, share it out on your other pages. Some people that you might think may be able to grow and develop off of the things we built on. And sign off and say peace. See you tomorrow.